Alrighty. Fucking. I hate technology. It doesn't jive with, the way of life that I've chosen to live. What I'm saying is I'm usually too high to operate a computer. So, hey, look, I got a new microphone. But anyway, this is the second episode of Run It Back. Ryan O'Leary versus Josh Carroll. I'm just gonna go in order of the battles on Dignity. I don't know. I've watched this battle once or twice in the past, and I remember it being kinda weird at some parts. So, let's get through this. These intros are pretty epic, actually. I don't know what that means.
Hey, what's up? My name is Ryan. I did this thing right here. Go check it out. BattleRedBook.com. Use the discount code RIPJosh. Get yourself some money back. I ain't done this in a long time. Let's have some fun. Alright, so let's...
Apparently, he's sponsoring a book, which isn't a usual thing to do. As a battle rapper. But okay. Also, that shirt. I'm just saying that shirt exists. So, we know that.
So tonight you've all gathered at this place they call Steve's to watch me wipe my ass with this kid's face and then leave. I'm like, move, fuck the culture. I'm just here for the cheese. And for this trick, I don't need no tricks up my sleeve. See, this here's a rap battle.
Alright. The first line was very aggressive. And not in the way that I prefer. I don't even really want to talk about that bar, but okay. Yeah, and it kind of sidetracked me from the rest of what he said, because I was trying to make sure it made sense or whatever before it. No, it's just weird. Here's the thing, you can say weird shit, I guess. It's just you have to either make it clever enough or be charismatic enough to make it, not awkward. Like, weird can be funny, weird can be, a lot of things that you can use to your advantage, but, it can also just be awkward and really sidetrack anything else you say. So, I don't know. If you're gonna say some weird shit, I guess make it the punchline so it's not, you know, taking the attention away from everything else you say.
So you shouldn't be here. Because the key word is rap. To you that don't seem clear. Man, you ain't got no cadence. You ain't rapping your lines. You just make conversation. It happens to rap. So I land twice the shots in just half of the time. This kid play, he get popped. Yo ass.
What was that? Did he just pull a belt out? Did he just pull his belt off? I hope he didn't pull his belt off. That'd be weird. Another thing, I think he had a belt, but whatever. I'll learn to rewind in the future when I'm not afraid it'll fuck everything up. I'm personally not a big fan of props in almost any art form that doesn't necessarily call for it. Like if you're putting on a play, I think that's the only art form I think a prop is okay to use. If you're rapping, if you're a comedian, anything else is just like cringy to me. I don't know. If you're gonna use a prop, make sure it's like really. I don't know how. Like, what does a belt have to do with Josh? You know, like, what does it have to do with the battle? I mean, it has to do something with the bar he just said, but it wasn't like, you know, a great bar, and I'm not even sure that was like his punchline, but it was something about snapping. Like, see, the thing is, he's doing a lot of stuff that takes away from like anything he's saying. Like, he'll say something really weird or off-putting, which is, I guess, fine, but then like he keeps going as if we're not supposed to just be off-put by what he said. Or he'll use a weird prop out of nowhere that totally, like, I don't know, distracts from what he's saying. I guess that's kind of. Yeah, I don't know if I already said it, but his whole flow and cadence is very vanilla, if that's a polite way to put it. Like, if I asked a relative of mine who listens to rap but never really pursued rap in any way to write a verse for me, like, that's the kind of flow they would have. It's very unoriginal. That sounds mean. It's not very unique in any way. It's not something that other people can't do. It's not overly creative in terms of, like, you know, how you say things. It doesn't, like, there's not like real peaks and valleys to his talking. It's kind of the same, like, I don't know, it's the same thing and the same thing over and over, but the thing that it isn't really great to begin with. And yeah, that's the nicest way I can put that criticism.
survive on a track that you can never fucking cook on. And when it comes to battle rap, I wrote the fucking book on it.
Wait, did he write that book? The book that he brought up at the beginning? Is that a book about battle rap? What the fuck? I don't know, I'm not gonna go all the way back, but like, he wrote a book on battle rap. And this is how you're rapping. I don't know. Now I don't feel too bad being mean. Like, if you're writing books on shit, you better be really good on it. Or at it, or whatever. Like, I don't know. That's just me. It seems a little egotistical to write a book about something. Especially if you're not necessarily great at it. I don't know. Like, even if, like, Lux or Hollow the Don put out a book, I'd find it a little cheesy. I don't know, that's just me, though. It seems a bit egotistical and, you know, full of themselves. And, I don't know, you'd think if someone wrote a book about the thing, doing the thing that they wrote a book about would be a little, yeah, not looking good so far. I'm sorry, buddy. Okay, advice from that: don't write books on things if you're not really good at them, or at least don't know a lot about. I haven't read the book. Maybe he's a far better commentator on battle rap than he is a battle rapper. That is possible. But yeah, don't write books on things. That's my advice.
Carroll, when you're ready. Alright. Check. After 13 years, Ryan came out to play. Thinking he could soar like an eagle over this Rocky Mountain way.
Apparently this dude was battling 13 years ago, I guess. I guess that kind of explains the flow and cadence of that last round. If that's like how you started off rapping, I guess it's, I don't know. I haven't got to that point yet where I think my style's like vastly outdated. So I don't know what it's like to try to update a style like that. But here's the thing, like, as a battle rapper, I feel you should constantly be trying to become better, use skills and tactics you see other people use in a new, unique way that, you know, you think is cool and that, like, other people might think is cool and shit. And, I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
One question, is he high or in outer space? Either way, it's...
Yes, I am high. I am definitely high, Josh. That's trippy.
Small career is about to be ended over one big mistake. Why was it me you wanted to come at? You think you'd give me a fight so I wouldn't be sprung backwards? Trick question. I could care less. And I tell you to go home and run, but it's your first written battle. I'll make it your only one. He's from Burgersville, Indiana. That story told itself in an instant.
I'm sorry. I don't know what it is about, because I truly don't really believe in borders. It's kind of a arbitrary thing. We use it to kind of, you know, make running large amount of people more doable or easier to do. But anyway, the idea of a border is just, an imaginary line that one person put on a map a long ass time ago. But like there definitely is something about like just being like, yo, you're from Indiana. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, it's just super funny, and I don't know why. And like there's just some like being from Indiana isn't a bad thing. You're not a bad person if you're from Indiana. Being from Indiana says nothing about you. But for some reason, if you come to Chicago, like Illinois just has a weird thing about shitting on Indiana for some reason. And it's just super amusing to me. And like, I don't know why it started or how, like, it's just like, it's so easy to shit on Indiana. And for some reason, like, I'm sorry, Indiana. It's just like when a battle rapper comes around to Illinois too. I'm gonna put it in context, and they're like, "Yo, I'm like, Mr. Gangsta." It's like you're not telling anything new to a bunch of Illinois cats, fam. Like, I'm sorry, you're not gonna be. I mean, you could be the most gangsta motherfucker in Indiana. Good on you, I guess. Props. We're kind of not in the. I don't know. It's just funny, but he's not trying to be a gangster. At least I don't think. He did a couple lines where he was trying to sound like he was trying to like grown man him or some shit, which is a little cringy because I don't know. Like, I guess if you're older and you want to use your age to your advantage because you're afraid your opponent might talk about your age as if it's a bad thing or some shit. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I'm a little too high for this, but yeah. I don't give a fuck. What was I saying? Indiana. As an Illinois cat, I am going to shit on Indiana rappers. It's just funny. I'm sorry. Kind of the same with Canada. I'm not gonna lie. Just end it there.
I'm pretty sure we both have been through hell and back, but if you think you're in a small town, please, you're not John Mellencamp.
I don't know who that is.
I was born in a small town. Look that shit up.
Okay, Loki, I'm not gonna look that shit up, but the fact that he said that is funny. Like, look that shit up. Like, Loki, that is super, super cool to do. Like you said, a line that didn't get a bunch of reaction, and instead of like letting it just pander out awkwardly, it was just like, that thing, look it up. Like, that's just funny to me. I don't know, that's charismatic to do. Yeah, I guess if a bar doesn't go your way, there are charismatic ways of getting through it, is the lesson there. If you don't get a reaction that you wanted, there is a way to kind of charismatically or comedically work through it. It's not the end of the world if one bar doesn't land.
Fuck your battle rap ambition. This is the furthest you'll get. And fuck anyone who even remotely heard that he's next. The crowd is on drugs and for really want more. I suggest you pace yourself before you get shipped out. Paul George. It doesn't take rocket science to see that I'm buzzing and that your career is going in circles like the Indy 500.
Pace yourself, shipped out, Paul George. That's kind of fire. The jogging threw me off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but that's a solid bar actually. Pace yourself, get shipped out. Shipped out might be what's hanging me up. There probably could have been a better way of talking about him getting traded than that, but whatever. Not a bad bar by any means. Shipped pace yourself. Shift. Indy 5 circles like Indy 500. Yeah, that's not a bad bar. I've just heard the circle joke of NASCAR a lot of times, mostly in comedy though, so I guess it's fair. I haven't heard it in a battle rap too much, so I guess it's I'll go. It's just kind of a played out joke to me. Here's the thing, Josh. I haven't seen anything from Mr. Ryan in a while. I don't know if he still battles. Josh over here has kept at it, and same thing as last video. He, like Goose and Charlie, has improved a lot. So any criticism to him, I don't feel awful making, because like he probably knows anything I'm gonna say or any critique I have, because he has come a long way as a rapper and a battler. He like his last couple performances have been really, really good. And he's one of those people that like I only see getting better, you know? Like not to be like, hey, I called this shit, but I called this shit with Shogun like a year and a half ago. I was like, I think it was versus Aeon or Eon. I'm sorry if I mispronounce it. He lost pretty handily, but I saw where he was going. He had a good idea of like what punchlines would be funny for the person in front of him. Like he had a good idea of how to attack a topic and find every joke there is to make about it. And he just kind of choked a lot in that battle versus Aeon, which I believe is on here. We'll get to that, so I won't talk about it too much. But like, yeah, certain people you can see potential in at certain points, and even if they're not like a polished product at that point, they're still you know, something there to work with, and it might not show right away. You know, sometimes it takes a battle or two to find what you do well, find like your set of tools or whatever, and how to use them to your advantage, and all that before you can really start excelling. But yeah, Josh has definitely gotten a lot better from this battle. Not that he did overly bad, but you know, whatever.
It's cool, like, for now you have a little faith in him. For one wrong move, I'll tip his cap like a standing ovation. You get one shot. Do not
decent.
miss your chance to blow. Between English and punches, be sure you can handle both. Because for the next 2 rounds, you're sort of fucked. To survive, this Irishman's gonna need more than luck.
The Irishman's gonna need more than luck. Alright, yeah, that's kinda cool. Kind of a good bar. Not I don't know, I don't want to talk about race, but as a white man, seeing a white man parody, or whatever you want to call it, Eminem to another white man, there's just a couple layers of cringe de la cringe there. I'm sorry, Josh, I will have to take a point away from that. You still won that round, honestly. There's still a lot more there to, you know, kind of look at and call a bar, and a lot less criticism that I could give to that round than your opponents. I would definitely give that round to you. That Eminem shit really cringe to me. But, you know, whatever. You learn, you live. Just please don't ever going out to all... Okay, low-key, even if you say it to a white battler and you're not white, like, it's just super cringy. Like, comparing white battlers to Eminem or whatever is really like, alright, yeah, we get it. A white guy who raps. Like, I don't know, it's weird.
This dude is a thug. So cold. He's the meanest. He's got a gun so big, you swear he's holding my penis.
Alright. There's something about this guy. He has to start off with the most abrasive, fucking weirdly sexual shit possible. Alright. I mean, I guess if that's a form of grabbing your attention. Okay, like, here's the thing. The gun so big bar is like something that has been said a lot, kind of played out in my opinion. And to make fun of the bar itself is kind of funny. Gun so big you think he's holding my penis. I guess that is funny. That is comical. I chuckled. I think is just so. Ooh, okay. Alright, we're talking about penises right off the bat. Like, it's just so, like, alright, why do we gotta go straight to penises? Here's the thing, even if it was, like, a female battler, it's just, like, I don't know, it's weird. It's just, alright. Well, okay. Obviously, a female battler. If a female battler said it, it looks like my penis. That'd be hilarious. I don't know. I'm trying not to get canceled. Also, before I even like get a show going. But you know, if a girl said that, that'd be comical for other reasons. Him saying it there is just weird. But I guess it is funny. It is a funny line. And if you're gonna go completely for comedy, sure. Okay.
I'm not either, but I'm about to pop this big can. Margarita.
More props. What do you say? Pop this big can? Alright, I mean, Limerita is not the only fucking thing that sells tall boys. Though, you really could have done any fucking. You could have used an energy drink for that. Like, fucking energy drinks are bigger than normal cans. I don't know. As a punchline, it doesn't really land. It only kind of works because he pulled out a Limerita, which, personally, I think Limeritas are fucking gross. So you lost a point on that for my point of view. And then I don't like props, as I've said. Props in a battle is weird to me. So, you know, your prop is a gross beer that is just like basically piss water with citrus. I don't know. So yeah. That's about as bad as the Eminem line, so we're about already back. Okay. Weird flex.
Tell you what I'm
I'm sorry. Like the weights in my basement. I'm not gonna make fun of you too much, but bro, like, all right, you got some weights in your basement. That's cool. Um, I don't know. I mean, I also own a set of weights. I don't use them that often, honestly. Naturally strong. But all right, you work out. That's cool. That's cool to say, I guess. It's cool to be like, yo, I'm gonna hurt you like some weights or something. Like, I don't know. Doesn't specify how heavy the weights are. Maybe they're like 5 pounds. Um, which in that case isn't overly impressive. But whatever. At this point, it's just such an odd line to me. It's just an odd flex to kind of be like, I own weights in my basement, and I use them sometimes, and when I drop them, they bounce. One, I'm not like a workout expert, but I don't think you're just supposed to be dropping the weights like that. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever. And then also, it's probably not good for the floor of your basement to just be dropping heavy ass weights on it. I'm assuming they're heavy in this occasion. Otherwise, it's not really worth bragging about. But anyway.
I'm gonna let you suck my dick.
And
And his too.
bro, not only does this motherfucker got friends who will sign off on letting him say that, which is already one kind of friend, but he has friends who will actively participate in said bar and ask for a blowjob. I'm guessing unconsensual, which is no bueno. You can't unconsensually make Josh blow you. That's not cool. And you can't unconsensually make him blow your friend. I don't want to be here as a topic, but I said I would, talk about battle rap. And this is something you brought up in a rap battle. Alright. Why doesn't that bar work as a bar? The whole having someone come in and say something like whisper in your ear, like maybe that could work. I'm trying to think of a bar that isn't weird to put that in, like something disrespectful or whatever. This isn't a great example, but like he could have been like, I fucked your mom, and then the other dude could have came up and whispered, and he could have been like, and him too. Like that would have been better. I don't know why fucking his mom is better than fucking him. Battle rap logic at that point, I guess, but it's just really weird to me to bring up penises this much in a conversation with another person who, in all assumptions, probably isn't into that.
Y'all know what to do with that.
All right. This is what I was saying in my other video. Charlie owns the room him just walking away like that is just a clear, like, yeah, he won. Charlie won the battle. Sorry, Josh, you were doing well, but Charlie won with that shit. I don't know what he's about to say, but he has a look like he's about to say something I don't like. Oh my god, Loki. Charlie walked away, and I don't know, I caught a glimpse of Mr. Ryan's soul kinda dying inside when he was like, alright, and just tried to play it off. I'm sorry, now I feel like I'm bullying you. But yeah, Charlie was kind of, he's in his right to walk away from that. The camera went to him because I guess I also wanted to see what Charlie had to say there too, more than. I'm sorry, fam. If you go and say some weird shit in public and people will say that's weird, are we really bullying you for saying that's weird, or is it just, the reaction that would be kind of assumed to happen? I don't know. If I maybe it's just a lack of self-awareness. If you go around saying weird shit, people will say that's weird to say. Like, I've said some weird shit. I'm not gonna lie. I say some borderline insane shit sometimes, but I kind of go in fully knowing that's like, ooh, this is a weirdly dark thing to say. Oh, this is oddly whatever. Like, and like I lean into that as the joke or as the punchline. Here it's just kind of void of, yeah, self-awareness, which I think is what's missing. I don't think he's saying it completely as a joke. I don't think the humor aspect is being focused on enough in good faith to call it that.
When my flesh can't spit, you can't handle it. We'll see you at the crossroads. We're both messed up.
Not gonna talk about the horse load comment.
As hard as me. Slow it down. I'm gonna fuck you in the ass.
Please don't. Just please. Dude, I'm trying not to be mean. Like, alright, like, at least he's having fun with it too. He's enjoying the moment. He realizes he's saying some really weird shit. I don't know why he's saying this shit. I don't know what led him to these decisions. What led him there in his life to be saying that thing that he's saying to another person. But good on him. I hope he learns in the future that some of those lines are very uncomfortable to hear. And if you're going to go that route, you have to kind of play up the comedic value a lot more than you are. Advice is harder to give than I thought it would be. Does he oh yeah, we're not allowed to say that. That person who was just on camera. The face he made was fucking hilarious. And there's the book.
Months ago, opened it, skimmed it, then went through everything. Oh, damn, I'm not in it.
Wait, did he write that book or not? Like, if he wrote the book and he's saying, why am I not in my book? Then maybe he is self aware of his lack of. Bro. Battler to battler, man to man. Let me say, just, if you're gonna take the road of, oh, I'm like the battle rap intellectual guy who writes the book on it, and like, if you're gonna go that route, you kind of have to be like that guy. If you're gonna be the comedian, be that guy. Like, I like, and you don't have to pigeonhole yourself. You don't have to stick to a character or whatever. Like, be yourself. But like, there's a certain amount of like, bro, what are you even saying? Like, you're contradicting yourself in your own personality and saying a lot of weird shit, and then at the end of all that, you're trying to be like, also this book that I may or may not have written, which you should take totally seriously. Like, okay, yeah, after you just went on a tirade about having unconsensual sex with someone who's probably 10 years younger than you. I'm not sure if Josh is even 18 at that point, but he might be. He might have been 21. I think he has to be in the bar, maybe. But anyway, Josh is considerably younger than this man, and also, let's just address, they're both straight males, which is nothing wrong with that, and nothing wrong if they weren't either, but like there's just so much weird about it that makes me uncomfortable, not even just as a battler, but as a person, to hear. And then you want to go and be like, hey, buy this book and take it seriously. It's like, all right, weird sales tactic, but do you, buddy?
But you get in the second edition by Disney, like you get in your wish. After this shit, you history. This will be the biggest body y'all ever saw and shit. What?
Okay, like, he had a glimpse of actually kind of rapping there. Like, actually doing, like, some, I don't know, he didn't really say much, but I'm trying. Dude. Yeah, that is gross. Stop saying gross shit.
You can't collab on the track, because you can never fucking cook on it. And when it comes to battle rap, you bought my fucking book on it.
So he did write it. Alright.
If and when you're ready.
Alright, Josh.
We got the stomach for this shit. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah, not gonna say anything there. But of course.
I only did it because I had genuine interest. And as far as your last round, I ain't having that. If you spit that much pause for this shit, you should get the fuck out of battle.
There you go. As a rebuttal, that is pretty fucking solid. I mean, it's not like the greatest rebuttal I've ever heard. I bought your book because I had genuine interest. He could have said, like, I bought your book just because I wanted more ammo against you, or just to see what stupid shit you said, or whatever, something like that. He could have used that to his advantage. If you're gonna admit that you bought that book, you could have used it a little better there. Other than that, addressing the fact that he said a lot of pause-worthy shit is something that he probably should have done, yeah. And he didn't even really have to, like, make a huge bar about it. It's just like, bro, if you're gonna say that much shit, just come on, leave. So, I think that's a pretty decent rebuttal. Oh, Charlie.
By using Twitter as a failed attempt to get some views. I couldn't help but laugh at what he did that one time. He was in a freestyle competition called Spitmasters. That's the punchline.
That is amusing. Could have got there quicker. Definitely could have summarized that up a little faster. But the punchline, well, yeah, like that's the punchline. That's a fun punch. Like that's just a good way of saying like, bro, fuck your accomplishments. Whatever you did, like we don't give a shit. And yeah, kind of brutal, kind of fun. I dig it. Good bar. He's bringing Charlie back. There you go, Josh. Kind of funny.
Too bad. Both of them were shit. You spent whack bars against average competition and still somehow got the victory. But I guess it was a lose-lose for everyone that backed, given a line about your opponent's grandma winning the match. I wouldn't be surprised if after that was done, you cried a few tears. I mean, that's the only good line you ever had in your career. And that...
Yeah, I'm sorry, Josh. I don't know shit about this guy from 13 years ago, and there's no reason to expect why we should. And I'm personally not gonna go out of my way to find it. Whatever you're talking about, so whatever you are talking about is going over my head and probably a lot of people's. But low-key, you are just kind of talking to this dude like, nah, dude, you fucking suck. And I've done that to motherfucker. And, like, low-key, just seeing someone talk to a motherfucker and be like, yo, real talk, though. Like, you're not good at this. Like, as a strategy, that is just, it's pretty, if you do it right, if you're taking that standpoint and you're also like sharing those same like downfalls as a rapper, it's kind of hard to side with you. But I've definitely taken the yo, you suck at rap, please stop approach to people as a battler. And yeah, it's amusing, and I can tell it's hurting his feelings a little on the inside. Barbosa.
I'm not sure what your thoughts were, or lack thereof. With a name like that, I'm shocked you weren't the laughing stock of the freestyle era. At least you accomplished something at the end of the day. Not many can do what I've already done, let alone stepping away. Because up in this lane, there's a whole different rep to uphold. Let's hope after this, you can find your pot of gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 2-0 Josh there. Alright, this is what I'm saying with 3-round battles. I don't know how much more of that shit I can do. Like how much more I can listen to. I guess I have to.
My old battles like that angle city. Too bad my old freeze can lay waste to your written. This battle feels kind of like staying a kitten. Because I'm tearing this pussy.
If your freestyles could beat his writtens, and you're using writtens right now, then start freestyle. Like, no, I don't. I don't support relying on freestyles for written battles. You should definitely write and prepare for a written battle. Like you can freestyle in a written battle if you want. It's useful if you do it right and know when to do it. But yeah, if your freestyles can beat his writtens, I'm sorry, but your writtens haven't been beating his writtens as of now. So that's one, hard to believe, and two, if it's true, you should have done it.
Yeah. Now wait, y'all should listen.
I'm not rewinding.
See, what I love about Josh is he's mad fucking confident. Despite a
Cold as
preposterous
hell in
lack
here.
of accomplishments. Spits a few lines at Avo while homie's just standing there. Now he's the best battle rapper in the whole Northern Hemisphere. I'm killing that bullshit. This kid's illegitimate. Just watch a whole stack of battles and think you can mimic it. You unoriginal fuck. You just copy what's popping, but the quality drops when you got a Xerox. Schemes, angles, bars. I'm going to dog walk in. So robotic. My gosh, not one novel concept.
Alright. Time to get into the. I'm gonna get into doctor mode here, doctor territory. What he's doing right now is very heavily projecting, and a lot of people rely on projection as a tool to try to hurt other people because they're taking their own insecurities and assuming that the other person has the same insecurities and or problems with their personality, thought process, life, or whatever, and criticizing those. But he's very heavily going off his own self as like source material to write on. Like, dude, if Josh said this to him, bro, like it'd work really fucking well. Like if Josh said this to him, that'd be pretty accurate. Him saying it to Josh is a little weird. And like again, you can just tell like he's saying things that he's afraid someone would say to him right now. And like there's a certain amount of like, oh, like I want to beat someone to the punch here, but then there's projection of your own insecurities, which is a vastly different thing and not really cool or creative. Like if he was saying like, oh, this is what you might say to me and this is why that's stupid or something, like some kind of explanation to, but no, it's just like, here's my insecurities, so they must be yours too, and I'm going to attack that. And and low-key, all Josh has to do is be like, yo, that's your insecurity, not mine, fam. And like it just, yeah.
It's like this small wonder just spends half of his day fucking looking up stuff battle rappers would say. We've been talking that trash leading up to the battle. He had nothing fresh. Just repeats my stuff back to me. Up on Twitter, I'd be telling you how Josh gonna die. And this little peewee would always reply, I know you are, but what am I? So you got no chance in hell.
The Yoda voice seemed unnecessary.
Take a look in yourself. Try and find out who Josh is. Let your own style evolve. We'll see you finally grow in ways that don't involve relying on them Danny Myers throwaways. Keeping this kid ain't hard. You think I can't cook shit? I brought bars inside of bars on some moke shit. Hold my book. And then look at huge cock. This shit is a rap. Rap, 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 rap. Billy Boondocks. So that RYB champ shit,
I brought bars inside of bars. He put his own book, which I think was called Bars, inside of another book that is also that book named Bars. Like, whoa. Inception, bro. I don't know. Like that. Alright. I mean, you named the book, and then you did that. I guess, okay. It's just weird. The Billy Boondocks line is just a weird niche reference to something that happened in battle rap. I'm not even sure a lot of people know about, but okay. And then just kind of reenacting it and then saying Billy Boondocks. And not to mention the setup to that bar was I have a huge cock, which again, dude, please stop rapping about penises when it, like, there's really no need. Like, really no need to bring up penises this much, bro. Like, it really says more about you than it says about anyone else that you keep talking about penises this much. Again, like, even if you're gay, bro, you don't need to talk about penises like this much. Like, it's cool to be gay, but it's just like, why do we need to talk about genitalia? It's just so fucking weird. That's this last round, right? Like, this is the third round. Yeah, okay.
Shove that up your twat. Get ready to watch Josh get his body on watch. What's up, fellas? We can't go back on the track, and you can never.
Oh. Well, you got me. This is a cheap rip off a watch. Just localized and worse production and less friends. And I am watching you on this. So you got me, buddy. You weren't battling me. And this wasn't even for me. This was for Avocado. So you still missed, even still. But, you know, I'm trying to give you a point.
Never fucking cook on it. And when it comes to battle rap, I wrote the fucking book on it. Buy that shit.
No. I'm not gonna tell you not to buy a book. You know, I support reading. I think reading is good for the mind, you know, it's good for your vocabulary. If you're a rapper or write in any way, you know, a writer, you should definitely read. I don't advocate reading everything, though. You know, buy the book if you want, or don't. It's your life, but I don't see a purpose to a book on battle rap, to be honest. And especially after 3 rounds of seeing what the writer had to say in a battle. You can make that judgment. Kind of a decent rebuttal. Could have been better, but it's cool, Josh. You know, gut for him, but
Here's the difference between you and me. I got respect my right. Killer bars at will. You got respect my right. Books that no one feels. I mean, it's out there. Literally the first of its kind. And you clearly thought it when you were worth your try. I applaud you for the effort. I gotta give you props. But I read through the book. Now let me get to my thoughts. 11 chapters.
kind of see what he's trying to do there. He's kind of giving a bit of context to, I guess, the punchline that he's going to. It's just a little long-winded, and again, I'm a bigger fan of quicker, get to the point as quick as possible. Try to shorten setups as much as possible. Punches are kind of what keep attention, I guess. It's hard to keep attention without, giving a punchline or purpose to what you're talking about. Yeah, just could have been shorter. Probably could have hit a little harder if it was like half as long.
I saw it. I got a bunch of dirt on humans, and the people need to see it. I respect the long driving. Obviously, it took a while to make. From the hundreds of interviews and watching all the tapes. But the truly sad part that you'll have to accept is that writing this book is as famous as you'll ever get. Now, how's that for a show in the bar, front to back? Nice. Anybody can get it, but be cautious when you step. You're dealing with a dude that goes hard from the get. 3 rounds in. Now that this dude's been wrecked, brace yourself for what's coming next.
Alright. This book is the most famous you'll ever get. Yeah, kind of a nice little put down. Josh did choke pretty badly to the point where they had to cut away. But then he came back and got it off kind of clean. But still, for as weird as Mr. Ryan's third round was, it was still choke free. I don't want to give that round to him, so I might just say 2-0. It was a 3-round battle, but 2-0 Josh, No one got the third round there. I mean, it's 3-0 Charlie from earlier, if you want my honest opinion, but Charlie's name isn't in the battle, so I can't, in good faith, give it to him. So, Josh, 1-0 in dignity, Ryan O'Leary. I think this is your only battle on dignity, from what I know. So I might set a rule that only counts battlers, or I might only make records for battlers who have at least like 3 or more battles on dignity, or like 2. I don't know. I only have 2, I think. So trying not to rule myself out here. I make the rules. I don't know. If people want to change the rules, I'm down to talk about it. I don't give half a shit. If you're a dignity cat, obviously. If you're anyone else, I don't give a figgity fuck. Yeah, that was Ryan O'Leary versus Josh Carroll. Josh Carroll won. And yeah, I still don't know how to end things, so